at large, we're out again. It's a wheeler at large, out again. And on the Triban, gonna go for a very easy pedal and maybe talk about the Triban a bit, because it's gone through some changes. Triban RC500. It's had a few changes over the last few months. Lots of dog walkers this morning, but no problem. So there's two big changes that have been made to the Triban. One of them's obvious, one of them not quite so. Let's go for the not quite so obvious one first, and that is the conversion from 9 to 11 speed. And yeah, a bit of an exercise this one, because there's no bike parts anywhere, is there? So rather than going for the bike parts that I wanted, I decided to go for the bike parts I could get, which, right or wrongly, landed me slap bang in the middle of AliExpress. Apparently they have loads of bike parts and you can have them in 10 days. And that's my experience. Sensah Empire seemed to be the most popular, or it was the one that was coming up the most, had the most sales, or it seemed to. And that of course led me straight to the YouTube channel of Trace Velo. Luke's an interesting character, isn't he? Quite entertaining. So actually just watching the channel, whether I was interested in yeah, what he was talking about or not, was still quite a pleasure, to be honest. So anyway, I decided, let's just chance it, see what happens. And that's what I did. So got Sensah Empire 11 speed 2x11. Yeah, so when I first put the Empire on, I was a little uncertain. It's a little bit fiddly to set up, you know, and those nagging doubts start to creep in, you know, oh my god, what have I done? Having ridden it now, it's absolutely brilliant. It's just kind of worn in somehow. I believe it was designed by ex-SRAM engineers, and you know, it's just got double tap feeling, double tap sound, just everything about it is SRAM double tap. The only difference is you don't have a separate gear lever, so the lever itself, the brake lever itself, is the gear lever too. The price was very pleasing, has to be said. Now I've got it on an 1132 at the back. I think it said on the website 1128 was the maximum, and I must admit it took a bit of cajoling, but it does work with an 1132. And once you get it right, it's spot on. Clearing the prom for cyclists and walkers. Eyes up. The other big change, which is obvious, is the wheels. These are the Prime Disc 50mm deep carbon wheel set. They're a bit lighter, probably a bit more aero, probably a bit more expensive than is necessary for a bike of this type. Or is it? Are we thinking pedal assist or just electric motorbike? Yeah, so the next change is probably the bars. Carbon aero bars. Less than $30 delivered. I mean, are they going to snap? Am I going to die? Well, that hasn't happened yet. So I must admit, when I sprint, he says sprint, like he races, but I don't hold them on the very end of the drops because they flex like anything. Now they're probably meant to, but yeah, if I just push forward, you know, into the hook a little bit, they're absolutely great, and I'm very confident to, you know, put power through them. So the next change was the CVR 5034 170mm crankset and 24mm spindle, compatible with Shimano bottom brackets. So yeah, no issues there, straight in. And because it uses the SRAM 3-bolt system at the back, you can get Spider power meters for it, so yeah, no problem there. I suppose the next change is one that's kind of always changing, and that's the tyres. I did have Gravel King slicks on here all through the summer. They were the ones that I had on the Giant last summer as well, so they did last well. Yeah, it was time for a change, so I put on the Specialized Roubaix. They're the Roubaix Pro. Definitely tougher tyres, they're definitely thicker. A little bit harder ride, but actually I'm already used to that. And they're pretty nippy. Yeah, not that slow at all. Would somebody like me notice that? I don't know. I guess to sum up, I did manage to lose a whole kilogram of weight. Decathlon listed at 10.9, I think, and I got it down to, well, under 10, let's say. Not by much, but under 10. Now, of course, the one thing I would say is if you want to go down this route, then you need to be happy to fiddle and, you know, do your own maintenance and everything, because if you went to a bike shop, they would of course probably say, no, we'll only fit Shimano, SRAM, whatever, and you'll have to wait a year to get the parts. But I dare say there's one or two bike shops out there, if you said to them, here's the bits, I'll pay you to fit them, they would. I mean, business is business. So, but yes, probably more for the home mechanic.